Hometown Radio, 1580 KGAF presents the Community Service Report. Here is Dee Blanton.
Well, all right. Thanks very much. Hi again, everyone. Time for our community service program on this Friday. Today is Gainesville ISD Day. Very happy to be joined by Dr. Jeff Brasher, Superintendent of the Gainesville ISD. Hi, Jeff.
Good morning, Dee.
It's good to see you as always. We didn't get to visit last month. You visited with Steve, so let's get caught up a little bit. Things are, I guess the ball is starting to roll a little bit now, and classes get back for the GISD on Monday, right?
That is correct. The Thursday and today we have a professional development, and actually all our teachers will be meeting at Gainesville High School for some well-planned professional development there, and get their minds and going again, and the students will return on Monday.
Yeah. Does it seem to you like this has gone on for a long time?
No, it's just like we just started this summer. We blink, and then we're here, and of course, it seems like the spring semester goes even faster.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there's so many, I guess spring seems to go by faster. There's so many, I guess, outside activities added to what goes on in class, and everybody is, I guess, occupied the whole semester with something going on. It seems like by the time it starts, it's over.
It does, and I'm telling you, the spring does. It really gets activity with all the spring activities and UIL and the band competitions, and the kids are going wide open, the teachers, the staff, and really you don't have time to sit and think about the time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I know everybody will be glad to get back on Monday. Well, most everybody will be glad to get back on Monday. There's always some. Let's talk about something that's kind of been at the top of the school board's actions recently, and that is the vote to move ahead with building the new multi-purpose facility out at the high school. First of all, let's talk about what that is. And, well, that's just a good place to start. What is the multi-purpose facility, and what are its purposes?
Yes. Well, our high school enrollment has grown about 20% over the last 6 years. And as our enrollment grows, our building needs are really met there at the high school currently. But then as you see the other programs expanding, space is an issue. And so this is something the board has looked at for, I know, at least about 4 years. And it seems to be growing around the Metroplex. You're seeing more and more schools coming up with these multi-purpose facilities. But the multi-purpose facility is basically, they're going to add a 5,000 square foot weight room onto the current field house. There also will be a training room, because currently the training room that we have is really so small. They really don't have the room that they need to serve our kids. And if you ever walk in there after football practice or before football or basketball, the kids are lined up, and they're just stacked in there like sardines, and so it'll expand that. Of course, we're also doing some renovation of the old weight room to put there a visitor's dressing room, and also maybe a girls' dressing room or whatever those needs are. And then there'll be some office space also will be added, and then you will have, of course, the actual multi-purpose facility, which is an indoor facility where students the marching band can go and work out, or like say this morning, where it's 20 degrees, the soccer team can actually work out inside. Now, it's not created in such a way where it's 70 degrees, but enough to keep it, knock the chill off, get out of the wind, and so your baseball team can work out. Really, your cheer squad, whatever,
right.
The needs are, will have an additional place to work out.
Yeah, I guess a lot of the activities that might have to be postponed or canceled now can be held in this facility, right?
Absolutely. And just for example, everybody thinks the multi-purpose facility is just for the football team. Of course, we did talk to the Denison athletic director, went and toured their facility, and they said the football team actually uses it less than all the other programs. But, for example, during 2 days, there were some days where it was thundering and lightning, and they had to bring the kids inside. Well, our guys are sitting inside the locker room, or practice being dismissed. Other schools working out and getting better. So it just, I think, creates a equal playing field for our kids with all the other schools in our district. And I believe that Decatur has one built, Argyle. I don't know if Sanger's is completed. I know they're looking at that. So anyway, we just want to give our kids every opportunity as every other kid in the state of Texas.
And exactly where will this facility be located?
Well, when you go up to the football stadium, there's that big empty field there. You got the field house and the baseball field, and that big empty lot is basically where it will sit, and it'll cover up most of that area.
Mm-hmm. Okay, very good. Because I know there were some people concerned that we're going to lose some parking over there, but it's really not in the area where parking actually takes place, right?
No, it is not. And actually, there will be some parking that will be added.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
great, wonderful.
They're between the actual multi-purpose facility and the baseball field.
And another question I've been asked is, why does it cost so much?
Well, actually, we feel that the district's getting a great value. When we started looking at this 5 years ago, we brought in an architectural firm and looked, and they were talking about $10 million. And the board really backed away from that quickly and thought that was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so as we've studied it and looked at some other districts that have built those, and we saw the price wasn't quite that as expensive, we started looking at it more carefully. And then, of course, we've been working with Icon, and so we went ahead and designed what we wanted, what we felt meet the needs of our kids and of our district. Bid that out, and it come in at $5,094,000. And then the board sat and studied that even further, and we looked at some value engineering, and we were able to cut that cost to $4.9 million and some change. Mm-hmm. And so really, I think for what we're getting, it's a great the
Yeah. And for those that don't know, I mean, it's the structure itself is going to be fairly large in size because it has to be, I guess, the inside. I know it's going to have like a 60-yard
about 60
field
yards,
in it? Yeah.
60 yards and 50 yards wide plus about 10 additional yards between.
Yeah, it's a pretty big facility.
Sideline and the wall, yeah, it's huge.
Take up some room. All right, and when do you anticipate things getting underway on that?
Well, actually, about the next several weeks, they should start moving in and mobilizing right-left construction, and hopefully soon after that, we'll start moving dirt and getting things moving. And, it's a 240-day construction project, so I think 240 days from 2 or 3 days ago was supposed to be around September 1st, 2nd, or 3rd, so that's no weather days built in there. So.
Yeah.
So they're going to have to push hard to get that done, but they interviewed really well, and we have a lot of confidence in right-lift construction. I feel like they'll do a great job for us. All
right, good deal. Let's move on. You told me before we went on that you have hired a new assistant superintendent now.
Yes. Again, academics is always our top priority, and so we're always, again, trying to get better each and every day. Our goal is to be better tomorrow than we were today, and the key is to finding and surrounding yourself with great people. And we do have so many wonderful teachers and administrators in the district. And Miss Norwood resigned. She went to take a position at the Education Service Center down in Fort Worth. And so I wanted to draw in someone really strong that could really help us academically, that could help us continue to move forward as we move through this STAR era that we're in. And so we went and actually brought in and some great applicants, and so as they say, the cream always rises to the top, and so we were excited about offering the job, and she accepted to Veronica Trujillo Kunchek, and she's bilingual, orally and written, speaks the language beautifully. She's from Grand Prairie ISD. She served in many different capacities. She was at one time the ESL bilingual coordinator, and she has served that district well for a number of years. And so we just feel like she's going to be a great asset. She actually can't get released from her contract and be here till January 27th. But I would like to bring her in February for you to meet and let her talk to the community a little bit about some of the great ideas that she has to continue moving GISD forward academically.
Sounds great. Before then, I need to learn to pronounce her name. So you and I will go over that and work on that a little bit, too. And also coming up, we've got board elections in May, and about 3 seats, I guess, open on the board?
We do have 3 seats open. I don't remember exactly the specific districts, but I know that it's Mike Rosenberg, Will Presson, and Ryan Green. All 3 of those gentlemen have just been wonderful board members and have served this district and this community well. Just so committed. They have all yet not made the decision to run again, so I guess time will tell on what they decide. Yeah,
and you're right. I think they've all done a good job, and I would encourage them to run again. And anybody that has an interest in the operations and the dealings of the Gainesville ISD, take some interest and run. I mean, that's the only way to make things better is for more people to get involved and run. And Absolutely. I say that for every public board and board of every entity. You brought Ms. Krutzinger with you today. What's going on? I understand we've got a little musical coming up next week.
We do. It'll be an exciting one. Next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the 12th, 13th, and 14th, our high school theater department is presenting Annie Jr. So it'll be fun because it's a musical. And the choir teacher is working along with the theater teacher to get that performance where it needs to be. So I'm excited. It's a family-friendly event. So I'm excited to bring my kids there. Dracula was a little not for the children. So this one will be for the family for sure. The doors open at 7. The show goes on at 7:30 each night, and it's $8 for adults and $5 for children. So we encourage everyone in the community to come out. Again, it's at the GISD auditorium on Lindsay Street. So we look forward to seeing y'all there.
And for those that are familiar with the original Annie, I understand this is equally as good and ought to be great. And it's great when the two departments, the choir and the theater department, get together and put this on. A musical at Gainesville High School has been a tradition for since I was a little kid. I remember going to them, and my big sisters were in them, and I'm glad that continues. And I hope all goes well with that. We are out of time, Jeff. Thanks very much.
Thanks for having us, Dave.
It's always great to have you out here.
Stay warm.
You bet. You too. We'll look forward to seeing you guys next month here on our community service program here on Hometown Radio, 1580 KGAF.